All right. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me okay? Okay, good. My name is Justin Teacher, and today we are learning about parts of English words, roots, where English words come from, and they come from older languages like Latin, Greek, and Anglo-Saxon. So today we're going to learn about some of these different parts. All right, basic terms we need to know here. A root. So a root form is basically a part of a word, usually in the middle, that comes from another language and that we will learn about a little more. The base word. The base word is a word like here, unlikely. The base word is like with a prefix un and a suffix y. So a base word is similar to a root word. We will learn the difference soon. But also we learned a little bit before about prefix, which is something that comes in the beginning of a word, and suffix, something that comes at the end of a word. Now a prefix and a suffix, these are not words. These are only parts of a word. Also a root, usually not a word. Base word, yes, is a word, but a root, a prefix, and a suffix are things that we can use to help us find the meaning of a word that we maybe don't know. All right, let's go on to the next slide. Great, so today talking about different kinds of languages that are part of English. English is a mix of many, many different languages. So here are three periods in the English language. And first we have Old English, which is from about 1,500 years ago. That's AD 450 to 1100. And these are Anglo-Saxon and Latin words. So this is when English is still a new language, and it is very influenced. It means it's very similar to these older languages that came before it. After Old English, next we have Middle English, and that's from 1100 to 1500 AD. And here it's using more Latin and more Greek and becoming more of its own language, different than the older languages. And then we have Modern English, which uses Greek, Latin, and while it uses many other languages as well, Arabic and even Mandarin, Germanic languages. But we're going to focus today on the Old English style. All right. So here's a large paragraph that talks, well, three paragraphs talking about Greek, Latin, and Anglo-Saxon. And I would like everyone to try and read this quietly. And I'm going to ask you a question about it. So please take 1 or 2 minutes to read about Greek, Latin, and Anglo-Saxon.
You might have to explain it to them.
Okay.
Yeah,
It is quite a bit, yeah. All right. Well, Well, the Greek words, basically Greek comes from the country Greece, and one of the oldest and most successful countries in a long time, and their language, their words were used by many other countries. They had a very large country. So after the Greeks' empire was finished, many other countries began using their own words. Latin was the Roman Empire, which took over and took control of all of Greece. And the Latin Empire then moved over to England and became Anglo-Saxon. So this is three different, kind of a history of English, starting at Greek, moving to Latin, Roman, and then moving to Anglo-Saxon, which is British and English. Okay, Anglo-Saxon and its European origins. So, let's talk about some common words, maybe words that you know. First one, love, child, house, heart. These are often one-syllable words, very short, easy words, and these words come from Anglo-Saxon. Anglo-Saxon, remember, is like the early people in the United Kingdom or Britain, England, Anglo-Saxon. Okay, let's look at some more words that maybe you know here. We also have, so we have a few different kinds here, including WH words, and we know WH, the H is silent-ish, and we have SH words as well, so words like what, and words like ship, and also the ending sound NG also comes from these Anglo-Saxon origins. Prepositions, conjunctions, to, and, but, comparative words, and we also have words with silent letters, like the silent K and the silent G, silent K and knee, or night, and the silent G and light. Comb, it's kind of a silent B. These silent letters are very strange, and English has many words like this that, because it is such a big mix of many different languages, that sometimes words are very strange and the letter has no sound. No reason why. It's just the mix of many different European languages and the Anglo-Saxon. So these are examples of just many, many different parts of English that come from Anglo-Saxon. All right. So, basic Old English words. So Old English actually can sound very different than modern English, but there are words and parts of words that are the same that we use today. So for example, it says, we work. For example, we work and eat and laugh and weep, sing and play and rise and sleep, hope and pray with all our might, shun the wrong and love the right. So this is an example of a poem with some basic Old English words. So if you remember some words like wrong with a silent W, or right with a silent G, light, silent G. Also words like and. And is a conjunction to join things together. So that too can help us understand where English comes from. All right. So Greek, Latin, and Anglo-Saxon. So we learned a little bit about the Anglo-Saxon basic words. And Anglo-Saxon words are words that you may know already. Now Latin and Greek. Latin words are usually parts of words, and if you study Latin or you know another language like Latin, then it can help you. If you learn Latin, you can learn Spanish and French and Italian and Portuguese, all very easy because they come from this language, Latin. And English too comes a lot from Latin. All right. So let's see. Here are some common Latin parts. So like I said, usually these are just part of a word. But when you see this part in many different words, then it can help you understand maybe a new word. So for example, in the word transportable, port is the Latin word meaning carry, like carrying something around. So if you don't know this word, transportable, you see it for the first time, but you notice, oh wait, port. I think I know what port is. So port is Latin to carry, and now something that is transportable means you can carry or move it easily. Next, a disruption. Rupt is to break. So rupt is an old Latin word meaning break, and when you see it in a word, maybe it helps you think about the meaning. Next, a prescription. Script is to write. So anything with the word script in it is about writing, something about writing. And a prescription is when you go to the doctor and they write you a note about the medicine you need. Next, well, these are all very similar, but next we have to pull, and following that we have the Latin one, to take, sept meaning take. Projectile is to throw. Ject is the Latin word for throwing. Let's see. Struct is build. So construction is building something. Destruction is breaking something. So this, if you notice this first column of words, these are all prefixes. So these are part of a word that you mix, you combine with a base word or a Latin word to make an English word. Okay, let's keep going here. And we have conductor, and that can be to lead. We have dismissal, meaning meaning to send. We also have subversive, and verse is to turn. And the last one, to speak. So these are all different kinds of Latin words that you can find inside of English words. So it can be good practice and helpful for you to learn about some of these Latin words, and you will find them everywhere. All right, here's 20 more frequent phrases and many texts, the things that you will see that involve Latin. So try and take a look at all of these, and maybe you recognize, maybe you know some of these words, and they all have Latin roots. So this is all the Latin root. And Latin is a language that no one really speaks anymore. Italian is similar, but like you can find Latin words in parts of many languages, including English. But also if you learn the Latin, then when you study another language like Spanish or French, then you will see the same Latin words and you can know the same meaning. So these 20 words you will see and use sometimes, and these are all from Latin origins. Okay? All right. Prefixes. And this is about the meaning and connotation. So a prefix is something that comes in the beginning, the start of a word. Actually, pre is a prefix, meaning beginning. So a prefix comes at the beginning of the word, and it can change the meaning of a word. And we add a prefix to a base word or a Latin word, or a root, we call it. Okay, so here are some negative ones. Words that start with dis, or d, or non, or sub, or un, or in, or mal, or a. Any word that starts with this, it's going to be a negative word. So it's going to be something bad, never something good. If you have to undo something, you have to do it one more time. All right. So let's go back. Let's see about some positive prefixes. Words like pro. Pro is positive. Co. Benny, be, come, and add. And these are all positive. You see these in the beginning of a word, it's going to be something good. These in the beginning of a word mean it's something bad. So remember, all of these are not words, just part of words, okay? But these are important parts that can help you find the meaning of your word. Okay, so let's talk about suffixes. And a suffix will come at the end of a word and can change the tense and sometimes the meaning too. So words ending with tion are often nouns. Noun is a person, place, or thing. Words ending with ive are often adjectives, a describing word. Words ending with ish are also adjectives, usually. And words ending with ity are often nouns. So, what about ment, ous, and ness? Well, these words, these can be a variety. Sometimes nouns, sometimes an adverb. But if you learn to recognize the suffix, it can help you understand what kind of word it is. And the prefix can help you understand part of the meaning of the word. And then the Latin word can help you understand another part. And if you combine all three, then you know the word. Very easy. Like math. All right. So we have different levels in English. we have, beginner level, intermediate level, and advanced level. And I hope everyone will try and become an advanced level English. And really getting to an advanced level of English, it's practicing English, and it's learning the little strange rules and laws about English and practicing. That's really all you have to do. Okay, so here we have some cognates and cognate. The word cognate is a word that has the same meaning in many different languages, between English and Spanish through Latin origins. So there are many many words that are the same in English and Spanish, and usually they are the same because they share a Latin origin, or maybe they are a new word and they just make it the same. It's easier. All right, so for example, romantic languages I was talking before, like Spanish, Portuguese, French, and Italian, are from Latin and very strong with their Latin words. And English has many similarities to these languages. So for example here, the Latin root in the word here is M-O-R-T, and the French spell it M-O-R-T-E, and the Spanish M-U-E-R-T-E. These are all the words for death, and we also in English use the M-O-R-T to talk about someone who works with death. A mortician is someone who works with death. But you see, these are three different languages and very similar. M-O-R-T, M-U-E-R-T-E, and they sound very similar. Muerte, mort, and morte. So it sounds very similar, and it's because they all come from a Latin base. So maybe you can think of some other words that are the same in different languages. In Thai and English, there are some words that are the same.
Hey, Justin.
Yeah.
Maybe
Dustin,
give an example
maybe you can give them an example on the name of the Greek god.
Okay. So
like Eros.
Like Eros.
Eros. Okay.
Yeah, become a word.
Yeah, become
So-
a word.
Yeah. So
Love.
there are examples in many Greek gods and mythology. Eros actually was a Latin version of a Greek god, and Eros, in English, we say love, which is the Anglo-Saxon version of it. There's also words like this is more. Well, if you're familiar with Greek history,
Vulcan.
Oh, Vulcan.
Vulcan is
Volcano.
Volcano.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vulcan is a Roman god dealing with making weapons and swords and working with fire. And Vulcan also comes volcano. There are many other words that are cognates that don't have Latin origins. Even words like okay or computer can be the same in many languages. But those are newer words. But a lot of our words do come from older Latin and Greek. Let's go to the next one. All right. Here we have some Greek combining forms. Good. So here is hydro. If you any word like hydroponic or hydroelectric. Hydro means water. Then you have pyro. Pyro means fire. Pyrotechnics or a pyrophile. Pyro means fire. So anything you see like that is fire. Graph. Graph is a very common word. A graph can be a chart and or something, a picture with information. Geo. Geo means earth. So any word with geo, like geography, is the study of the earth. Geo meaning earth. Let's see. Neuro is about your brain. So neuroscience is the science of the brain. Let's see. Polis, P-O-L-I-S, comes at the end of a word, but it means city. So metropolis is a very large city, or acropolis is a city on a hill. Ortho. Ortho means feet. No, ortho means feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, you mean feet.
Then we have scope, meaning vision. We also have photo, meaning light. So, for example, a photograph. Sometimes people remember PH is an F sound, so F-O-T-O you can see many times. But photograph is a picture taken with light. Let's see. Psych. Psych also means mind. This comes from the Greek psyche and also Latin. Krat is describing a person. Let's see.
Hold on มีคำถามอะไรถามไหม
Hold on มีคำถามอะไรถามบ้างไหมครับ
เงียบหมดเลยมีใครมีคำถามอะไรถาม
เงียบหมดเลยมีใครมีคำถามอะไรถามครูจัสตินเข้าใจบ้างไหม
Pyro mean what
Pyro
Pyro means fire.
yeah
Pyro แปลว่าไฟ
Pyro แปลว่าไฟฮะ
มีคำถามอะไรอย่างอื่นไหม
มีคำถามอะไรอย่างอื่นอีกไหม
ortho
again ortho
Ortho, actually, I think ortho has to do with doctor. Yeah, ortho meaning doctor.
เกี่ยวกับหมอนะครับ
เกี่ยวกับหมอนะครับตรง
It
นะฮะ
mean straight correct
it means straight
Ah.
correct yeah
แปลว่าตรงอะไรที่เกี่ยวกับหลัง
แปลว่าตรงอะไรที่เกี่ยวกับหลังอะไรที่เกี่ยวกับเท้า
Correction. Yeah, that's right.
They
Okay,
have to
yeah.
be translated
they ask me to translate everything into Thai
That would be cheating
Yeah.
that would be cheating
Okay go back
okay go back
Okay
All right, some other parts of words. You will see L-O-G-Y sometimes at the end of a word, like psychology. Well, that has two. That psychology is psych, which is brain, and O-L or O-L-O-G-Y means study. So psychology is study of the brain. If you have geology, that means study of geo, which is earth. Or you could have hydrology, which is hydro and ology together, which makes study of water. So when you are in school, usually when you go to university, you pick something you study, and that is called a logi. Crypt. Crypt can mean a secret code, a secret message. So an encryption means it is written in a code. It's hard for you to understand what it means. Let's see some other ones here. Helio. Helio means the sun. And example of it is, well, big word, but heliocentric means our universe. You have the sun in the middle, and everything goes around the sun. So heliocentric means helio, sun, in the middle. Centric is also another Greek word as well. Let's see, we have sphere. Sphere is like a ball, soccer ball, baseball, sphere. It's a shape. Phobe, this can be a fear of something. And phobia is also a similar word to that, but it's something you are scared of. What did I miss here?
Theo.
Theo. Theo is having to do with study or with God or gods. So theology is study of gods or religion. So these are all words that are Greek words, but you will see them in English language, and
They will see in their entrance
They
exam.
will see
Ah,
in their
great, yeah,
entrance
yeah.
exam too.
yeah, you will definitely
College
see it in college exams. But
แก๊ปมีหมดเลยนะ
ในกัดมีหมดเลยนะ
yeah, so these studying a lot of these Greek bases can be very important. And like I said, if there's a word that you don't know, you've never seen the word geology before, but you know geo, and you know what logi means, then you know the answer. So studying these Greek bases and roots can help you very much. All right, let's go to the next slide. All right. So here we have some Greek and some Latin words. Let's see here. Some of these are numbers, which are very easy. Mono means one. So someone who is monotone speaks with one tone of voice. Next one, also uni, also means one. So if you ride a unicycle, it is only one wheel and a seat, and you're riding. But if you ride a bicycle, bi means two. Die also can mean two as well. And du or duo also meaning two. And the word duo is actually, we use this word in English too. So a duo is a pair of people together. And let's see, tri means three. So a tricycle is something with three wheels. So most of these are prefixes. You will find them in the beginning of a word, but these still are coming from the Greek and Latin words. Let's see, what else do we have? A lot of these are about shapes. So when studying math, you will find a lot of these words in math, like tetra, meaning 5. I'm sorry, tetra meaning 3. Oh. Quadra meaning 4. Penta meaning 5. Hexa is 6. Sept, 7. Oct, 8. Nove, 9. And deca is 10. And deci can be 100, or also can be a tenth as well. It has to do with the tens place. Okay, also more math words. Milli, like a millimeter, which is a measuring, and it's a very, very small millimeter. But milli actually means 1,000. And so even in English, the word million is similar with the same base. Poly. Poly is to do with a shape, usually. A polygon just means it is a shape with many different sides. Poly just means many, usually. And semi is important as well. Semi is part. So something that is semi-sweet is only part sweet. Or a hemi is also similar. Like a hemisphere is half of a sphere. Hemi usually is part, usually half of the part. So all of these roots are usually a prefix or a suffix that we use mostly when talking about shapes and different math. But good to know as well, especially if you are taking a test with some math words in English. Maybe you don't really know what a hexagon is, but if you remember that hex is 6, then you can think, oh, it's a shape with 6 sides. Easy. So these can also help you when learning math in English. Okay, so developing content-specific academic vocabulary depends on basic understanding of Greek and Latin. So academic vocabulary, these are all words that you're going to use. Some words that talk about studying in English, but other words that you need to know in all parts of English, and they all are going to come from Greek or Latin or Anglo-Saxon or some other things too, but mostly Greek or Latin. 60% of the words in English texts are of Latin and Greek origin. So more than half the words come from Latin or Greek. The other 40% is Germanic and Arabic and a few other things. But like I said, most from Latin and Greek, so very important. All right, so let's see, content-specific Greek terms. So anatomy and medical terms. If you are, if you are studying about the body, or to be a doctor, if you want to be a doctor, you need to learn all the Latin words, almost everything about being a doctor in the medical world is Latin. So very, very important to learn your Latin words. Things like esophagus, which is part of your throat right here. Thyroid, which is this thing inside here. Diagnosis is finding out what the problem is. All these things, dyslexia, you can't read. Pretty much anything to do with medicine or being a doctor, it's all about Latin and Greek words. So if you want to do that, if that's your plan, you better start studying now. Very, very important. Okay, let's see. Other studies in science. Science is very similar as well. And we talked about this, L-O-G-Y, logi, or logi usually, is the study of. So this means study of, and then you look at the beginning, the root, and you think, oh, bio. Bio is things that are alive and living. So biology is study of all living things.
Hey,
Plant.
just
Hey,
Yes.
let me ask them for points.
let me ask
Okay.
them for points.
Okay.
Okay.
ได้แต้มวันนี้
ได้แต้มวันนี้
เมื่อวานเนี่ยเดี๋ยวพี่
เดี๋ยว
ลอง
เมื่อวานเดี๋ยวพี่ต้องให้บอกแต้ม
Seismology คิดว่าแปลว่า
Seismology คิดว่าแปลว่าอะไร
No
เดี๋ยว
Seismology Study
Seismology
of อะไร
Study of อะไร
Point come on
Point come on
Think about the root seisma.
Yeah seisma
yeah seisma
anyone
anyone
เร็วให้200แต้มเลยนะ
ให้200แต้มเลยนะอ่ะ
เรียกว่าแต้มความเข้าใจ
เรียกว่าแต้มความเข้าใจตั้งใจอยู่หรือเปล่า
Seismology
Yeah.
That's study of
he's like is that study of
It's a
superstition
good guess. Seismology is actually about the ground and the earth moving. So
Can you point to the word
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
can you point
So seismology, seisma is about moving, the moving earth. So studying of like earthquakes and just.
study of earthquakes
study of earthquakes Mhm.
Well, how about this one other one here? Morphology. Anyone know what morph is? M-O-R-P-H, morph. Think about other words like metamorphosis, or that's a big word I know, or morphine, or Morpheus. Anyone know morph?
morph แปลว่าอะไร
morph แปลว่าอะไร morph
All right, so morph is a Greek word meaning change. So morphology is the study of change. How an animal changes, how a caterpillar changes into, into like a butterfly. Study of the change of many things. Or we also have, oh, here we go. This is a good one.
Okay
It has,
okay
Okay.
points
it has
Okay,
these
point.
big points here. So have different words. Let's start with the
Yeah.
first one.
start
Geo.
Geo.
What is geo? Who
ใคร
remembers?
ตอบได้บ้าง
ใครตอบได้บ้าง
Geo แปลว่าอะไร
คุณจัสตินบอก GO แปลว่าอะไร
ไม่ต้องถามว่าเลิกกินโค้ง
ไม่ต้องถามว่าเลิกกิน
แปลว่าอะไร
ก็ถามว่า GO แปลว่าอะไร
ground เก่งมาก
ground เก่งมาก
yeah.
โอเคได้แต้ม3คน
โอเคได้แต้ม
Yeah,
สาม
geo
ค
is
น
earth or ground.
หนึ่ง
All right, and next part we see chromo. I don't know if we talked about this one.
Chrome just tell them
Chrome
Color, usually. And so this is the studying of the different colors of the
หนึ่ง
earth.
มิกกี้เพิร์ดได้แต้ม
All right, so again, if you want to be a doctor or if you want to be a scientist, then you need to start learning your Greek and Latin words because these are not only in English. It's just very important to learn these. All right, what about animals and plants? This is similar to science. So we have the arachnid. So an arachnid. Oh, do we go over? Let's see.
it's great I think
it's Greek I think
Yeah, we don't have that. We didn't study Iraq, but
spider
yeah,
Spider.
spider.
โอเคครับน้องหนึ่งได้
โอเคครับน้องหนึ่งได้ดีแล้วครับ
So arachnid is a spider, and arak means 8. Spider has 8 legs. An amphibian is something that can live in water and it can live on land. Another one, chlorophyll.
อืม
แล้วมสอง
แล้วม
รู้ดิ
สอง
คำเนี้ย
ต้องรู้ดิคำเนี้ย
เกี่ยวอะไร
เกี่ยวอะไร
Green, very
Yeah,
good.
Green,
nice.
very good.
Very good.
Nice, very good.
Cool. And chlorophyll is usually when we're talking
yeah,
about
like
plants.
that.
Chlorophyll is something inside of all plants. All right, next one, dinosaur.
Maybe all know this.
Yeah, everyone knows dinosaur? I hope so. But saur, S-A-U-R, means lizard. And dinosaurs were big lizards, thunder lizards. All right, and the last one, nectar.
20 นาที
อีก 20 นาที
เลิก20 นาที
เลิกอีก 20 นาที
ใช่ถูกต้อง
Cool.
ใช่ถูกต้อง
Sweet.
Yeah,
That's it.
sweet, great.
Water in the
Everyone knows
flower.
that. Good. So, still, so these are also science words about animals and plants that all come from Greek and Latin. And let's talk about theater and the arts. I mean, the Greeks were the first people to make theater and arts as part of their culture. So many words about art and theater come from Greek. So the first one here, charisma. Charisma is about charisma is about the way you act and being very nice, and people like you very much when you have a lot of charisma. Many movie stars have a lot of charisma. You know, people want to watch them and like them. Drama, simple. Anyone know drama? Yes? Yeah, so drama is just acting. It's something with your emotions, and it's a story, usually. Another one, chorus. Anyone know what chorus is? Maybe you were in a chorus? No? Chorus is singing. And in Greek theater, there was a chorus of people that would kind of help tell the story, and sometimes they would sing or read poems. Let's see, a muse. Muse. Very important word in art. A muse is someone that helps an artist and gives them many ideas and helps keep them working. A muse. A symphony. Well, here we have P-H-O-N. Phon. Anyone know what phon might mean? Like phonetics? Phon is sound. So a symphony is like an orchestra, you know, making a very beautiful song with many instruments is a symphony. And the last one, acoustics. And acoustics. Acoustic is about just sound and how sound moves, the movement of sound. Great, so these are all words in many different jobs that you need to know the Greek and Latin, especially if you want to do these jobs. Okay, let's see. So here we have, talking about gram and graph is to write or written. So you will find many words. One word that I think everyone should know is grammar. Right? We all know about grammar and how crazy English grammar can be. But grammar comes from this Greek word, It's a tool, can be used grammatically, grammatics, grammatology. Oh, here's a good combination of two different kinds of root words. So grammar, anything that has gram in it, is about writing. The next one, let's see here, graph. You have different kinds of graph, polygraph,
อีก20
phonograph, telegraph, and these are all also different ways to write and communicate with people. Photographer, obviously, is the big one. Geographer, so graph, talking about writing. Geography is the study of the earth and learning to write about it. Cryptograph, crypto was a code, so it's writing in code. Like, for example, maybe I write the word, I use numbers and not letters, and it's a code, a secret code. So a cryptograph is writing in a secret message. I'm trying to think of some other really important ones we're going to use a lot here. Graphic is important as well. Graphic usually is about a picture, but it's a picture that that helps give you information and goes with writing. A graphic helps support and
โอเคสวัสดีครับน้องเพิร์
โอเคสวัสดีครับน้องเพิร์ด
yeah, helps make writing easier to understand. We have many different grams as well. As obviously grammar is the biggest one everyone knows, but telegram and cryptogram. Cryptogram also is writing something or in code. So here you see many different words that all come from these basic gram or graph, meaning writing. So if you see a word that you don't know that has gram or graph, then now you have an idea. It's something about writing. All right, so this will give you an idea for part of the meaning. All right, look inside, look outside. Wow. All right, so look inside the word to know word parts. We're talking about prefixes coming at the beginning, roots, and combining different kinds of suffixes coming at the end. So you want to look inside the word, find a word that's new, you've never seen before, and you want to look inside and try and find something that you know that is a Greek or Latin word. And then you want to use the analogy strategy. So let's see. I don't know the word, but if I know pneumonia and I know volcano, so by analogy, the word might have something to do with lungs and the heart. So you can use what you know about another word that has the same root, and that can help you find the meaning of the new one. And you want to look outside the word for context clues, so other things, other words around the word or around the sentence that can help give you a better idea of what the word is. So here, the coal miners coughing and wheezing suffered from this long word. And wow, maybe that's something about, you see coal miners, they're coughing, they're wheezing, they're suffering. So you know this is a disease that is about breathing. So this very, 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 very long word, if you can use just clues from the sentence, go, okay, these people, coal miners, are working under the ground, very hard, very dirty job, and they're coughing, wheezing, and they're suffering, which means they have something wrong with them. They're sick. So these clues and these knowing the root word, if you combine this, looking inside and outside, it can always help you find the meaning of a new or very long, strange word. All right. So many synonyms. So our language, because English is a mix of many languages, we have many words that mean the same or almost the same thing. So let's look. Here we have Anglo-Saxon words, French words, and Latin or Greek. So here we have cook, sauté, and concat. So a little similar between these two. Let's look at this next one. Holy, sacred, and also consecrated. So these are synonyms, meaning they are same meaning, or very, very close. But these are words that come from French, words that come from Greek, words that come from Anglo-Saxon. Let's see, kingly, royal, and regal all means the same thing, someone who is a king. Let's see, wreck, sabotage, or subvert means to try and stop something or destroy it or make it hard for someone to do something. What else do we have here? We have hearten, encourage, and inspire. And these all mean the same thing, to make someone feel good and make them want to work more. And then we have, of course, we have a show or cinema or a theater. And this is the same thing, same word for going to the movies or going to see a play. So these are examples of how we use all these different languages. And these are all English words right here, but they come from different places: French, Anglo-Saxon, and Greek. All right, a rich vocabulary of English, so many shades of meaning. So here, we are talking about a positive emotion. Wow. A good emotion. These are all emotions. Usually, some of them are adjectives. These are all positive. So we start with, we have glad, overjoyed, light-hearted, joyful, content, satisfied, ecstatic, pleased, happy, merry, cheery, blithe, buoyant, euphoric, delighted, carefree, joyous, cheerful, blissful, well, all right, beatific and euphoric. So these are all words that basically mean a good emotion. Basically, they all mean happy for the most part, but some are more happy, some are a little happy, some are very happy. Like glad is just, a little happy, but overjoyed is super happy. Over is a prefix meaning many happy. Content is like, it's okay, not bad, not super happy. Same as satisfied, but ecstatic is, wow, like super happy. So it's all positive, and they all mean good or something good, but from a little bit to a lot. All right, so
That's it.
that's it.
it.
Just remember about finding meanings of new words. We need to think about the root. You need to think about a prefix, a suffix, and practice our Greek and Latin words to help us understand many English words. Okay.
Thank you, Justin.
Yeah.
มี
มีคำถามอะไรบ้างไหม
มีคำถามอะไรบ้างไหมก่อนไปนะครับเรื่องนี้
สำคัญนะ
สำคัญนะ
เพราะว่าถ้าน้อง
เพราะว่า
ๆ
ถ้าน้องๆจะสอบแก๊สให้ผ่านในอนาคตเนี่ย
เรื่องคำนำหน้า
เรื่องคำนำหน้าข้างหลังหรือรากศัพท์ prefix word root กับ suffix เนี่ยต้องแน่นแล้วตรงนี้เนี่ยครูจัสตินเขาก็บอกเห็นไหมแย่ว่าภาษาอังกฤษเนี่ยมันมีรากมาจากภาษาอื่นๆใช่ไหมกรีกลาตินมา Anglo Saxon
ถ้าเกิดว่าเราเพิ่มตรงนี้
ถ้าเกิดว่าเราปึ๊กตรงนี้เนี่ยคำศัพท์เรา 4-5 พัน
สบายมาก
สบายมาก
มีคำถามอะไรบ้างไหมครับ
มีคำถามอะไรบ้างไหมครับ ก่อนจะเลิกคลาสวันนี้ เงียบ
หรือว่ารอพี่เต้มาสอนภาษาไท
รอย พี่เต้มาสอนภาษาไทยดีกว่า ไม่ต้องเลยห้ามขี้เกียจ
Okay, I guess they have no questions.
Okay, I
Alright.
guess they have no questions. Okay, bye bye class.
Class dismissed for the day.
Class dismissed for the day.
Bye bye. Yeah, you guys go have lunch.
Yeah, you guys go have lunch. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Seriously.
You put 8 hours doing that. I'm dead. No, I'm left.
เดี๋ยวกูควรไปกินข้าวแล้ว
เดี๋ยวครูไปกินข้าว
Gotta go.
Fine.
Talking up some origins of words.
Yeah, I had to keep me on my toes. Remember some like, kind of obscure Greek words out that we use very often.
Yeah.
It's good though.
That's good enough though.
Okay, let's go get something to eat. Did you want to get something to eat there, man?
Oh, no, he got to prepare. He has a science class.
Also ratings great.
Whenever you're ready, we have the slide ready for you. If you
All
want
right,
to.
lovely. Yeah. Are you
Yeah.
using the same artwork that's in the second grade?